that is. Oh well. Okay. So I am going to cook my dinner today, and I figured, hey, I might as well show you guys how I make clams. First of all, this is the first time I've ever made clams in my life. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Okay. So I just went on Wi-Fi because it's something. So this is the first time I've ever made clams in my life. I hope it turns out okay. We will see. It's going to be trial and error here. So I do have my butter, my Kerrygold butter. I do have my white wine sauce. And I also have the clams here. So these clams, I already rinsed them. They are good. You can see that if they're closed, that means they are, you know, this is not the one that you want to throw away. If they're open, they're dead. So yeah, sorry if anybody is, how would I say this? Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna say sorry, but yeah, if they are closed like this means that they're alive still. So I want to make sure that I do this quickly and I do this right and it turns out tasty. So first of all, let's see, left front. I'm going to turn on the heat. And for me, when I do it, I like to, I'm looking at the Kerrygold. I like to do, let's see if you guys can see it. I like to do 3 tablespoons. So they have these like lines here, right here. See that? 1, 2, well, actually, let's see. My butter's over here. 1, 2, 3. So I'll cut it right there. See there? So I will go and cut it right at that little mark. And I feel like that's a good amount of butter. We'll see. We'll see. Look at this. You can tell I barely use any butter. There we go. Barely any butter. I'm very butter conscious. I'm very low fat. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So there is my thing going over there. Oh my goodness, I just realized. Okay. So while this is melting, it's a little weird looking from the side angle here, just a little. You don't have to do this. I just do this. I'm gonna put that over there. Where's my spoon rest? Let's see how this turns out. Okay. I got my Italian seasoning over here. So I never opened up this white. Oh my goodness, this is hard to open. Oh, this is gonna be. There we go. I got it. Okay. Ooh, smells nice. Okay, so let me figure out how much I want to put in. Half a cup is a little hot. I'm just going to do 1/4 a cup and see how that turns out. Yeah. And then I just put in some seasoning here. And I'll put in some pepper here. Let's see. And this is what I do. Or wait, hold up. See? So it's boiling. Okay, let's see how this turns out. Oh no! It went in. I know, I'm such a klutz. Okay, let's see. Oh. I want to make sure it's hot. So it has a little flour there, right? That's pretty hot. You know what? I'm gonna put a lid on it. Let's put a lid on it. Just for a little bit. And I put the heat down. It was on high. Now I put it on a 4. I want to have a little steam going on. So when I open it, it goes psh, psh. Yeah, for my tallow bomb. Hold on, let's see. Okay, this is hot. Okay, see that? See that steam? Okay, that's what I want. So we will put these clams in here. And I'm trying to put these in quickly. If you don't feel comfortable doing it like me, you might, I mean, you could burn yourself technically. There we go. So I gotta look. I heard 5 minutes is good. 4 to 5 minutes. I'll see how that is. So this is the time where you can set a timer. Unfortunately, my computer's not working. So you guys, I'll set the timer. I'll watch it at like 7:26 over here. What technique is this? This is just putting clams inside of putting clams inside, just steaming it. That's all. What do you say? Oh yeah, he bought a Tesla Model 3. He bought a Tesla Model 3. So that was what he decided to get. He was really drawn to it, and yeah. So just wait for a little bit. I mean, this is just, I know usually when I stream, like 4 minutes goes by so quickly, but yeah, I think 7:25. Usually, like I said, usually I have a timer on my computer, but my computer's not working right now, so this is what happens. And they also say that you're supposed to soak the clams in cold water for 30 minutes. However, I didn't do that, so I'll see how it turns out. Because some recipes, they say, like, yeah, soak them in cold water for 30 minutes. Other people say, like, they don't follow that. So I'm curious to see if it makes a difference or not. We'll see if it turns out really gritty, if it turns out tasty but really gritty, or yeah. And then I'll be like, okay, yeah, maybe I should have soaked it in cold water for 30 minutes. I have a timer. Did I say 4 minutes? Yeah, now it's 3 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, so he got a Tesla. He got like he decided to go to a parking garage, so he has everything. He has it parked in an underground parking garage, and it's valet only. Listen to this, okay? So they told him the price, and he agreed upon it. And then today they give him a call, and they say, "Hey, you know what? It's gonna be $50 more actually because you have an exotic car." Yeah, a Tesla is considered an exotic car. I had no idea. So because it's considered an exotic, they want more, and their reasoning behind it is because for those kind of cars they have to care more. They have to be more careful about not hitting things, because if you have an expensive car, right, like the people getting it parked will be like, hey, I never had this scratch on here before. But But when you think about it, like, shouldn't, if you have something valet parked, shouldn't they make sure that this kind of stuff doesn't happen, right? Like, you don't want to pay a couple $100 for your parking and then end up with a big dent on it. But yeah, so they claim they're more careful with exotics. I don't know if that's true or not. And yeah, so yeah, they wanted $50 more, and it turns out that's actually a pretty standard policy. So not just for Tesla owners, but for other people who own Porsches or Maseratis or something like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait 1 minute. Let's see how it is. I just put in Italian seasoning. That was it, and some pepper. I figure I can always add more butter in afterwards. I can always add more wine. See how it is, right? So when I lift this thing up, probably in like a minute or two. Yeah, so I can feel the heat from here. And I have that strainer up there on top. And afterwards, if they're open, right? If they're all open, I'll drop them down below. You'll see what I do. So this is what I was trying to explain with the mussel thing yesterday, or not yesterday, but like a while back. And yeah, I know it's like I was trying to. It's like it's easier for me to just show you guys rather than try to type it through text. 1 minute left. Yeah, so we'll see. Maybe I'll add in more spices. Maybe not. I don't even know how these clams look like. But see, they were closed when you saw them, right? You know, when you saw them initially, all of them were closed. So if any of the clams do not open, that means that, oh, time. Okay, so anonymous individual says it's time. Let's check. You think it's ready? Oh, shit. Is that ready? It's not ready. I think I had to be a little longer. Okay. Okay, we'll wait a little longer. We'll give it like 2 more minutes. How's that? I've never done clams before. Some people say it's like, it should be short, but I don't know if their clams are smaller, right? So I looked at it. I was like, oh, not ready yet. Not ready. When I did the mussels, they were beautiful, but today, not so much. So we will see. Maybe I'll overcook my clams accidentally. It was supposed to be a great ta-da, and then I looked at them. I was like, ooh, ooh. And now, if they don't open up, I'll give it like 2 more minutes. But if they don't open up, that means they aren't good, and I left them in the fridge too long. I left them in the fridge. Let's see. I think I left them in the fridge with the moist towel for 2 days. Yeah. I bought the mussels first, and then I ate that same day, and then the clams, I waited a little longer. I know, unopened clams are dead. Yeah, I'm hoping that they're not dead. I'm hoping. I saw like one that was kind of peeking up that was open, so I'm just gonna let them cook a little longer and see. Okay, I'll wait 1 more minute. You know what? I'm okay with it overcooking. I just want to make sure that they turn out right. 7 to 9 minutes. Okay. What was the people that I said for? Okay, so what were we at? So. Okay, 7:24. Let's see. I think I had it at like 7:22, right? And then that would be, yeah, 2 more minutes, maybe 2 more minutes. Well, we'll give it 2 more minutes. I think clams are supposed to get runny. If they get rubbery, it's overcooked. Yeah, it's supposed to be nice and delicate. Now, this is not, like I said, this is just me cooking clams for the first time. Yesterday, not yesterday, but last time, it was my first time cooking mussels. It turned out really, really nice. But I saw one open. Did you see that? Like, I saw it, like, open a little, and I did not want to, like, keep it open too long, because once I was like, oh, damn it, it's too short still, so, yeah. I forgot what kind of clams these are. I want to say they're little neck, but I might be remembering it wrong. And, yeah, so there is a seafood place pretty close where we live, and I found out that they're cheaper than supermarket. I was kind of surprised. I was like, dang, I mean, like, yeah, 50 cents for mussels, $3.99 for mussels versus 3.50 isn't that big of a deal. But to me, I was like, okay, I don't have to go such a long walk for seafood. But at the supermarket. The mussels were, oh no, no, not the mussels. The snow crab was like 19.99 a pound for the frozen ones. And then at that seafood place nearby where we live, it was 25.99 a pound. So I love snow crab so much, but a lot of places that I see in New York, it's so expensive. Yeah, I'm not paying, freaking $50 for 2 pounds of snow crab. Like, no, no. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Let's see how this looks like. Okay. Dang it! I don't think it's all. Are they dead? Oh, they might be. I don't know. I think I'm overcooking them. Am I overcooking them? Oh, crap. That would suck if they're dead. If they're all dead. Let's see. Okay, so we're still gonna wait. Let's turn up the heat a little bit more. Oh, man. They might be all dead. I hope they're not all dead. Oh, this would be a terrible time. But this is reality, you guys, right? It's like if you, I heard like you can keep them in the fridge in the bottom area. But yeah, if they're all dead, that would kind of suck. Or maybe I get like one clam. That's okay. Yeah, but I mean, like I want them to open up. Right? Like when you steam a clam, shouldn't they be open? They shouldn't be like tight like that. Yeah, overcooked is better than undercooked. Yeah, so we'll give it like 2 more minutes. This is gonna be some roar-ass class. I can laugh about it so everybody can see my first time making clams. I'm sure the sauce is great. It's just the freaking clams, which is the main thing. It might be not so great. Yeah, rubber clams is better than botulism. Yeah. Mussels are much easier than this. But maybe I'm just gauging it wrong. Maybe it's because I accidentally killed my clams in the fridge. Okay. Anyway, how about this? Let me know. I'll have this be interactive. Let me know when you think I should lift up the cover. How's that? I think we have like at least one person here that's made clams before, right? So I have it on like 4 or 5 heat, so medium high heat now. And yeah, right now it's been cooking for about, oh gosh. Yeah, it's been cooking for about 10 minutes now. Smells good though. I've never made clams. Yeah, I haven't made clams either. Not. I don't claim this to be a cooking stream. This is not like I was hoping that. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, I heard something open. Something moved. Did you hear that? Okay. You heard that clanking in there, right? How about now? Okay, chat, do you think I should open it now? Let me know. Wait another minute or 2. Okay, KA says wait another. Okay, we'll wait another minute. I'm sure KA has made clams. I haven't made clams before. Always a learning experience. If you guys wait 2 minutes. Okay, so 2 more minutes. Anonymous, can you time it for 2 more minutes? This is gonna be a group activity. Yeah, when I had the mussels, they were just like wide open. But these clams, I'm looking at, I'm like, what the beep? Timer running. Okay. Yeah, because some of them I looked at it. I mean, those things look like they were like, nope, we're not opening. Not today. I've made clams, but never recipes, just clams. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably, I don't know. I just gotta give these clams a little bit more time. I'm trying to see if I can feel anything. I can't see any steam. Oh yeah, you can see the steam. Can you guys see the steam? This steam. It smells good. I forgot to put my mushrooms in there. I just realized. Oh well. I'll add the mushrooms in later. Did you see that? It's like the lid moved. I've only had Mum's recipe that uses canned clams. This is freaking hot. Oh, I just realized. Yeah, I thought the cover was all the way down. It wasn't. Whoops. Maybe that's why they weren't going as fast as they could have. I think my clams are too tall. 15 seconds, okay? Okay. Okay. We'll just do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, never mind. Time. 2, 1. Ah! We got one. Oh, look, most of them are open. Yeah, so if the one, oh gosh, that was terrible. If the one on top, see? Oh, we made it! Ah, crap. So, I gotta lift this thing up. Dang it, this is so much harder with the clams versus when they were in the mussels. Okay. Dang it. Okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah, these were so much easier to lift up the strainer when I had the mussels. I forgot how. Okay, no. Okay. Ta-da! Oh, it smells nice. Let's see if I have enough sauce for this. Oh, look, I do have enough sauce. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a healthy amount of sauce over there. So you know all the juices that you saw from the clams? I just dropped it down. And let's stir. Thank you, you guys. I couldn't have done it without you. Okay, see? So they all look like they opened up. And I have some empty shell here. It's just shell. See? It's just shell. Nope. But they all look good. Sure. You know what? I need a smaller spoon. Ah, come on. Okay. Go in there. Go in the sauce. Okay. So I think that is okay. Yeah. We'll see how it tastes. It's gonna be really hot though. I know that. Okay. Oh. Another utensil. See, this is why doing this like live cooking thing, it looks less than perfect when you actually do this. But yeah, you can see my little clam over here. Whoops. See my little clam? Oh. Clam. So I'm gonna wait a bit and I can tell you how it is. Oh, it smells delicious though. It really does smell good. I have my little clam meat. Put my little thing over here. I'm gonna let it sit for a bit. I don't want to burn my tongue. Yeah. Yeah, it's a gas stove. So yeah, when you guys saw it, I don't know if I showed it to you long enough, but you could see that it was like cooking in its own juices. Do you see like the puddles of water? And then I removed it out. So I had it on basically like if you guys like have like a low and a high, I had it on like a 4. But it seems the way to cook clams is you just gotta let it go longer. So maybe closer to 10-minute mark. I thought it was gonna be 4 to 5 minutes. That's what I read online, but and that's how long. That's about how long the mussels took. But these clams, man, they took a little longer. So I like this kind of thing. I was supposed to add in my mushrooms, however, it didn't make it inside of there. Boo. I forgot about my mushrooms. I forgot about the mushrooms, but it's okay. It's okay. What I'm planning to do is that I can always take out the clams, cook the mushrooms in, and then toss the clams in the mushroom. Toss the clams back in, right? Yeah. So this was 1 dozen clams. I don't know what the weight of that is, but you could see what I was doing, and all it was just butter and Italian seasoning and some pepper. And you can always add in more. Like if you feel like you didn't have enough Italian seasoning, just add it in there, right? We only use the most finest of herbs. Chestnut Hill. Yes, we got that from Family Dollar. But yeah, only the finest of herbs over here. Let's see. So let's see how that is. Oh, it's good. It's good. But I can definitely taste more wine in there than butter. So I probably would add in a little bit more butter. Saltiness. That's a little tough. I think I overcooked it a little. But a little tough, but you know what? That's okay. I definitely would have probably added about 2 more tablespoons of butter or less wine. I feel like yeah, I just like having a really nice buttery taste. So yeah, this one tastes like there's more wine in there than butter, slightly. But yeah, yeah, I should have added more butter. Yeah, so it turned out fine. In the future though, I would have added in more butter. And of course, I think with like clams, you gotta have an idea of like when is like the time to turn off the heat, because if it overcooks, it does taste a little rubbery. It's not it's still soft, but you can kind of tell like yeah, there is like a little bit of rubberness at the end of it, but that's okay. But as you guys could see, this was pretty easy to make. It wasn't that hard. If you guys decide to make it, just yeah, it's simple. But just take my suggestion: more butter, for sure, more butter, and yeah, it's a pretty nice meal. Yeah. So do I use drinking wine or cooking wine? You know what? I got this cooking wine. You could use drinking wine. However, I just bought this. I think it was about $3 for this cooking wine. So when I make beef stew, normally I use this one because I'm fancy like that. So I want to have my cooking wine. Yeah, I mean like if you go to like a restaurant, right? It like clams and mussels and anything like beef with red wine, it just sounds so like wow, it's so pricey. But it's not hard to make. You can make this yourself. I'm planning every week to eat some mussels, like probably 1 pound of mussels, because it's only $3.50. Do the same thing, just add more butter in. That would be the next thing that I do in the future. Maybe you guys will see like the second clam cooking stream, and let's see like if Erica gets this right the next time. But yeah, I wish I could show you that mussel stream, because like the mussel stream just was like it would just like I opened it up and it was just so beautiful, and they were all open and it was just so amazing, and I didn't do a stream. Yeah, more butter and more garlic. Oh yeah, I didn't add any garlic in there. Dang. Dang. Yeah. So, um, I hope that something like this, even though it's not a perfect stream, you guys saw me like, yeah, I think that's how a lot of people cook. And I know some people are really good at cooking. Some people are like natural born chefs, but for me, it's like all about trial and error, right? So, if any of you guys felt like a little, um, if you guys felt like, oh, I don't want to make clams or I don't want to make mussels since it seems like so overwhelming, or you think it's a really hard thing, it's not. It's really simple. I think I've spent more time. I spent as equal time just waiting for the clams than it was just putting it in, right? I didn't, like I said, I didn't soak it in water for 30 minutes. Some people say that before you cook it, you should soak it in water in case there's any, in case there's any sand in there, but I didn't catch that. Let's go and get this one. So yeah, if any clam is not open, don't open it because it's dead. So you do not want to eat any dead clams because you would get botulism, right? So yeah. Let's see over here. It's nice. Needs more butter though. More butter is the answer to everything though. Anyway, yeah, so if you guys want to do something like this, I highly encourage you guys to think about it. Don't just kind of like remove yourself from any like cooking equation or just say like, oh, it's too complex, I can't do it. Or I think especially now when we think about, let's say people don't really want to dine in, right? And people want to save money. And you guys know, like if you go to an Italian restaurant and you get like clams with white wine sauce, I mean that stuff is super expensive. And I think I like I said, I paid $8 for a dozen of these clams. And then the Kerrygold, I think is about $4 for $4 for a whole brick of this. And the Italian seasoning, I think this was $1 for the whole jar. This lasts me quite some time. And then the pepper is, everybody has pepper. I would recommend put mushrooms in there, put garlic in there in the future. I have like a whole bunch of mushrooms here. See, I have my mushrooms already sliced. I just forgot about it. So off the stream, most likely I'm gonna like take out all the mussels and then put the mushrooms in there. Actually, you know what? Hell with it. Let me just do it now. Let's do it now. Let's take it out. Because if anybody's planning to do this, maybe they forgot to put something in there too. And I'm just gonna dump this back in. Let's see. Yeah, there was actually a lot of yeah, when I look at it, I don't have enough butter in here. Which is crazy because I thought I did put a lot of butter in here, but I think the wine sauce dilutes a lot of the stuff. So the whole reason why I'm taking the clams out right now and the cooking the mushrooms is I do not want to overcook the clams because they're already, I can already tell, like, yeah, I slightly overcooked them. They're not terrible, but it's a little rubbery at the end. So let me see over here. So let's see, we got over here. Let's see. So I will add in, what, 2 more tablespoons? Should I put 2 more tablespoons or should I put 3 more tablespoons? What would you guys say? 2 or 3? I'm leaning towards 3 just cuz. So that means I would have put 6 tablespoons, right? 6 tablespoons of butter in here, which is quite heavy on the butter. Okay, 3. So anonymous individual says 3. We are going to do 3. Okay. And yeah, in case you were wondering, I always like, you see over here, so I always make an indentation. So here's 1 over here, 2, 3, and then I'll make an indentation right here at that line. So that way I know exactly where to cut. It's easier to do that if you have the knife. Okay, so let's see here. That is a lot of butter, you guys. It's going to be so much butter. But what I can do is I can actually cook vegetables in here. So let's plop it in. That is a lot of butter. Someone's going to look at this and they'll be like, man, if Erica ever has, look at all this like buttery food Erica eats. Even this is like a lot more butter than I would have thought of using, but hey, you know what? We'll see what I can do with that. I might argue there's no such thing as too much butter. Yeah, maybe. Okay. So I'm gonna put the cover on here. Ah, thank you, Slime Lord. Yeah, so my whole thing with my channel is that I hope it encourages some of you guys to like go outside of your comfort zone. And if you guys like, let's say if you're apprehensive of like working on yourself or cooking, like you guys can just, yeah, just try it. You don't really have anything to lose. I know if you guys decide to cook this dish, you aren't gonna have like a bunch of people watching, or you don't have to worry about like a couple hundred people like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And like, whoa, she's doing it wrong. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what? This is just me cooking all by myself. This is not a commercial kitchen or anything like that. Let's see how this looks like. Did it melt? Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's kind of boiling right now. So I'm gonna let a bit. And I have like a whole bunch of mushrooms. This is actually, see, when I was in Hawaii, I remember family members used to tell me, they said, Erica, why don't you just use the whole freaking thing? And I said, what do you mean? They said, well, when you're cooking vegetables, why do you just use half? You just like save half in the fridge. And then sometimes I'll forget about it. So they brought up a really good point. So I have 1 pound of mushrooms, which is gonna seem like overkill, it seems, but you're gonna see the mushrooms start shrinking. And I figure, well, because I have more liquid than clams, it's not a bad thing. Look at that. Jeez. Okay. So, in case you guys notice, I like having metal strainers. Metal strainers are really good. I like it because like this kind of strainer will last forever, right? I don't have to worry about it. We used to have a plastic strainer. I got rid of that thing. I was like, I don't want no freaking plastic strainer around here. When you're like if you're boiling pasta and you're draining it out, right? Like I don't want to worry about the freaking plastic melting or something like that. So, yeah, I've always said like just go with metal. You can't go wrong with metal. That freaking strainer is gonna outlive me. It's gonna be around here for the next 300 years, actually. So, my thinking is like I don't have any problem with getting pre-owned for like kitchen stuff because this pot is gonna outlive me. The strainer is. This salt and pepper mill will too. I got that pepper mill used on Mercari actually. So when I got it, I got a Peugeot. Okay, you see how nice the pepper mill is? Look at the bottom, it's all like, ugh. So yeah, I got a Peugeot pepper mill, and Peugeot, and I like it a lot. So they allegedly have a lifetime warranty with this stuff. And it looks so simple, right? Like how can you screw up a pepper mill? It's just like metal grinding or something like that. I know for new it cost about $45 for those, but you can buy some used ones online. I bought that, like I said, I bought that for $13 shipped. So highly recommend getting a pepper mill, an actual pepper mill, like a metal one, because if you guys go with the plastic one, Family Dollar had a plastic one, you want to refill it, right? What happens is that if you cannot refill the bottle for whatever reason, then you have to buy another one, and it's so much cheaper to just buy peppermill. I mean, it's just so much cheaper to buy ground pepper, or no, peppercorns to put in your peppermill than just keep buying the plastic refill. So we don't have to think about pepper mills ever again, hopefully, and I like it that way. So one of those like whole buy it for life kind of thing. So yeah, strainer I don't have to worry about, pot I don't have to worry about, peppermill I don't have to worry about. This pot actually is a pretty good pot. I got it from Amazon. I think it was like 22 bucks. But I forgot which one this was. Maybe I'll you know what? Maybe I'll put all the links to everything in case anybody is curious. Ooh, what is this? I get a dozen cents here and there from Google. You know what? Oh my goodness, I do Google rewards too. I do Google rewards. I used to play, I used to like spend my money on a app game, but now I don't do that anymore. I just do it sometimes. and then I spend the money sometimes on like certain apps. Like I play this game called Neko Atsune. I think, yeah, I bought like a package from it because I've been playing that game for about a year, and you don't need to spend anything in that game. It's just like every time I wake up, I have something to look at on my phone, and then before I go to sleep, I feed my cats too. Oh yeah, Peugeot pepper mills. These are great. So this is a old pepper mill. Again, you don't have to buy things new. In fact, that's like I figure like if they are because they're considered to be like the top quality pepper mill, you might as well get a vintage one because they're supposed to last a lifetime, right? And if you're okay with like using a pepper mill in a restaurant, you should be okay with having a used pepper mill. That's my thinking about it. I question if they're real bamboo, and I've had them for a few years. What else bamboo would it be? That's one of my questions. Like, do they make fake bamboo? So this is actually a rice cooker patty. I know, but I use my patties like multi-purpose. I'm like that could be used for rice. That could be used as a spoon. That could be used as anything. So let's see how this looks like. So it's boiling over here. Mushrooms cook pretty quickly. Look at that beautiful little sea of mushrooms. See that? When in doubt, added more seasoning. So this doesn't, you guys can tell like I didn't add any salt. I don't know how it would taste like if you had unsalted butter versus salted butter, but yeah. I figure just add more seasoning in there. Okay, that looks like they're done. See, they're kind of translucent. I don't know if you guys can see it. They're really soft. See that? So I use shiitake. Usually you would use a white mushroom, but I felt like using a shiitake instead. Okay. So let me just throw my clams back in there and see how that is. I think that's enough. See? And clams, go back in there. So if you forget something, like cooking your mushrooms, don't be afraid to just put that back in there. And nobody would know except you. I know it's a lot of mushroom, and I know most people use white mushrooms. Okay, go in there, clam. Have that nice mushroomy broth in there. Actually, you know what? That is... Oh! Did I lose a shell? I think I have one without the clam. No? I guess yeah. How am I missing a... I have an extra clam here. Oh well. Okay, I'll make room. I'll make room. Because I already have this in me. See how that is? See, this looks really buttery. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that looks like there's a load of butter in there because there's 6 tablespoons of butter in there. Really? Bed Bath and Beyond is going out of business? Seriously? Man. Heads up, if anybody, Bed Bath and Beyond is actually known as the place for certain people. They go dumpster diving there. I've never gone to a Bed Bath and Beyond because it's like all the ones in Manhattan that I saw. It's like they have it where it's like indoors, and then the dump truck goes into it, so you can't go dumpster diving for those places. The thing is that like I wonder if it would be less salty if I used unsalted butter. And you guys can always add in the salt later, right? But the reason why they say like if you're using clams or if you're using mussels, you don't have to add extra salt is because the clams and the mussels already have like a salty taste to them. Oh, once a store closed. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Okay. So let me try this. Let me try my little, I don't know where that shell went. I have an orphaned looking clam here where it has stuff, but it doesn't have a sauce. Let's see. It's not that hot. Mmm. Now there's a lot of butter in there. But it would actually go quite well if I had pasta. But I don't have pasta. But yeah, not bad. Not bad. I feel like my mussel game was better than this. But I might just be biased because I might actually like the taste of mussels more than I like the taste of clams. We'll see. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of butter in here for sure. For sure. Most likely what I'll probably do is after I'm done with this, I could just kind of freeze the sauce, right? You know, like the leftover butter sauce, and then throw some green beans in there, and then use some of the sauce, and then cook that with the green beans. So that way it's not like I'm throwing a whole bunch of butter away. Because I think kind of like with the sauce, like if you make it, you can also use it to make eggs. So if you, let's say if you're cooking, you know, if you're cooking like scrambled eggs or something, you can like drizzle the sauce on top, or you can cook it with, you know, while it's, you know, you can add some of the sauce while it's cooking with eggs, and that way it's a little bit more infused. So I did that today, and Lewis was asking me, he said, oh, what did you have, you know, what did you put inside of the eggs because it tastes different? I said, oh yeah, I had some leftover of that mussel sauce, so I just used that. But yeah, green beans would be good with this. What else would be good that with that? I mean, my go-to would always be green beans. Yeah, I'm not too sure besides green beans what I'd mix this in with, because that would be like the most likely vegetable I would eat. But yeah, you could add in vegetables in there, or you could just toss some noodles in here. Like if you're not going gluten free like I am, if you're not having to worry about your carbs, then by all means, you know, grab some pasta, dunk it in that sauce, and then put it in, you know, put it on top, kind of thing. See how you like it. And I think white wine sauce with clams is really nice, but I'm more of a mussel kind of chick than clams, it seems. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Oh, and here's the other thing I never told you guys about. So when you buy Kerrygold butter, when you guys buy Kerrygold butter, you can find the brick like this, or you can find a cardboard box where it has two sticks like this. I would actually, you know, normally I usually buy this, but in the future I might actually think about buying the two sticks, assuming that they're the same price, because when you're cutting this, you know, let me show you guys this. Cutting 1 tablespoon, where's that tablespoon? Cutting 1 tablespoon is a lot harder on here than it is over here. So you just cut one little brick in it. See, it's like half that size, right? So, yeah, you might think about getting the two sticks version instead of the one brick. We just have a lot of the bricks lying around. We actually, listen to this, we have like 8 bricks of butter, Kerrygold butter in this apartment. I'm just like, whenever there's like a freaking sale, I kid you not, people buy all the Kerrygold butter out, locally, for one of the stores that I go to. And it's like a lot of the times when it's on sale, I'm like, where the frick is the Kerrygold butter? Oh, oh, we're all sold out. So there's like a Kerrygold butter gang somewhere. But I don't really buy Kerrygold butter locally anymore. I buy it off Amazon, Amazon Fresh, and I like it. If you guys live in New York, I would recommend like comparing your prices, because for us, I find that it's actually cheaper for us to buy on Amazon Fresh than it is to buy in a lot of these stores in where we live. I know, Oreo. What is that? Are you what? Are you starving? You're not starving. I just fed you, Oreo. Oh, you fat cat. Oh, Oreo. Why are you giving me that face? Why are you giving me that face, Oreo? You can't eat clams, Oreo. You know, Oreo, I think Oreo's allergic to seafood, actually. He gets tummy issues, so. Yeah. Buying butter on Amazon? No. It's food delivery. It's grocery delivery. So we get our eggs from Amazon. We get our butter from Amazon. A lot of the stuff that we buy is from Amazon. I get my grass-fed beef from Amazon because it's cheaper than if we go to we buy it locally for sure. What else do we get? Oh, we get our yogurt from Amazon too. I get my hummus from Amazon. Yeah, I get quite a bit of stuff from Amazon. So it's convenient. And, oh, yeah, in case you guys, you want to say something? So I made a sauna egg, a Korean sauna egg. I actually should show you on stream how I do it, but the problem is that this freaking thing takes 2 hours and 25 minutes to make this egg. So you might think like, okay, Erica, what's so special about this hard-boiled egg? See? Any idea? Well, let me show you. When I open it, I don't want to open it in front of my clam because I don't want the shells to go all over the clam. But when I open it, see it? The inside is brown. So this is actually pressure cooked in the Instant Pot for about 2 hours and 25 minutes. And I like it a lot because it has a nutty flavor to it. It's kind of excessive, I know. But if you guys look up like Korean sauna spa eggs, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's a really great snack. And it's keto friendly, right? Because it has no carbs. If you just put a little salt and a little pepper on it, that's great. But another thing you can do is you could try to dip it in this garlic wine sauce. Let's see how this tastes like. Oreo! Oreo's giving me this look like, you didn't feed me. All right, I fed you, Oreo. Yep. It's actually not bad. I mean, it's not bad with the sauce. But salt and pepper works fine too. So, yeah, so for this, you pressure cook it for 2 hours and 25 minutes on high, and it ends up being a brown egg. And it actually has this nutty flavor, which kind of resembles meat. It kind of tastes like, you know when you try chicken skin? That's what it kind of tastes like. So it's a really good snack, and it's because it has like I don't think an egg has carbs. If it does have carbs, it's like low carb. It fits with my little dietary thing, and these are pasture raised eggs. So yeah, in case you're wondering like why the egg looks so yellow, pasture raised eggs are more yellowy or more orangey than regular eggs. That's good. Oreo. Oreo. I think Oreo wants food. Oreo. Oh, you can't have any of this. Come on. Go back to your prescription food. Come on. You got food. Prescription. I know. He's mad. Oreo, come on. Go eat your prescription food. So, in case you guys if you guys aren't familiar with Oreo, Oreo is a cat with a very sensitive tummy, and he has to be on prescription food now. And as a result of that, he doesn't get to have like a lot of stuff that other cats have. Like he can't eat like a lot of I can't give him salmon oil, salmon oil for his fur. Like I got him that earlier, and then he ended up getting tummy issues. I think he's allergic to seafood, like I said. But yeah, he is a fat cat, and he just gives me that like little face. He's like the cat that tells me like, feed me. I didn't eat all day, and he's very persistent. He spends the most energy asking me for food, and after he eats, he goes back to sleep. So This cat is not high energy. I was showing him a picture. I was showing him actually a video of a cheetah today, and I was trying to motivate him to work out. I was like, Oreo, you know, your relatives are the cheetah and the jaguar and the panther, and you know those cats are pretty fast. Like cheetah goes, I think, 70 miles an hour, Oreo, and you Oreo. You don't go nearly that fast. You kind of do this little. He does this kind of waddle, or he runs, you know, but it's very short bursts. It's definitely not long as a cheetah, because a cheetah can sprint up to 30 seconds. Oriole's more like 10 seconds. But yeah. So as much as I've been trying to give him a pep talk, it hasn't been working, unfortunately. So I reckon you're right, and it was brown. Yeah. Oh, so the shell originally was brown. Let me grab another one. So the shell is originally brown. See? It's a brown egg, but even if you had a white colored shell, if you cook it in a Instant Pot for 2 hours and 25 minutes, the egg inside turns out brown. And like I said, it has this like nutty texture that reminds me. It tastes like a meaty, nutty texture, which reminds me of like chicken skin. So I was reading, they say some vegetarians, they like eating those eggs because it kind of reminds them of eating chicken. And yeah, it's true. It's true. It actually does taste like chicken skin. You know when you have like roasted chicken skin, you know when you have that, yeah, when you have like when you taste the skin, has that nice savory kind of chickeny taste. That's how the egg tastes like. Weirdly enough, it does taste like chicken skin. And it's like a good chicken skin. It's not like a crappy chicken skin. So I make that every so often. I used to make that religiously every week, and then I stopped. But yeah, but now I'm making it again. And if you do decide to make that, you really should let your eggs sit out for 2 hours. Yeah, because if you put them inside of the pressure cooker straight away from the fridge, they can explode. And when I don't mean that they explode like a grenade or anything like that. They actually they actually have cracks on the outside, and it looks like it's trying to come out of the egg. Let me see if I have any cracked eggs here, and I can show you guys this. Oh no, I think I ate my cracked egg. I had one, but that was it. Yeah, that was one, I think. But yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe I'll do a stream about that one. Next time I make those eggs. But it's not going to be like it's going to be like a 4-hour stream if I did it, because usually I have to wait 2 hours for it to sit out. And nobody wants to watch eggs sit out for 2 hours, right? I put it inside. That's only going to take me about 30 seconds. And then when it cooks, it's going to be 2 hours and 25 minutes. Nobody wants to watch an Instant Pot for 2 hours and 25 minutes. And then I let it cool for about 30 minutes. So yeah, it's going to be a freaking long stream. I'll just do like the part 1, and I guess I'll do a part 2 afterwards. And then it'll be a much, much shorter stream, hopefully. Are you sure? No, no, no. How do you peel an egg that without it taking a year? Let's see here. I bought some. Oh, no, Oreo gets greenies. He gets greenies. Oreo's doing the predator stance right now. Oreo. He's gonna cry for food. I can tell. He's gonna cry. Okay, they're not going out of stores. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm going to go and eat, and I'm gonna make my cauliflower rice. Just reheat it up, so there's no cooking. And like cauliflower rice is so freaking simple. Maybe I'll make another stream showing you guys how I make cauliflower rice. But yeah, it's not gonna be anything special. It's gonna be just like, oh, let's watch Erica heat cauliflower rice and add sesame oil, and that's it. So that is how I make the clams, and this thing is definitely cooled off right now. But if you guys want to stick with the recipe, by all means, go online. Look at how you make a clam with white wine sauce, and follow that. I'm kind of like an eyeball kind of person. Like I just, for certain things, I'm like, yeah, just a dash of here, more pepper here, here. It makes things quite simple for me, but with this kind of thing, I feel like you really can't screw it up too much. But yeah, so read a recipe online if you guys want. Find out how long you cook your clams, or how you want to prepare your clams. And yeah, just make clams. I prefer mussels over clams. I find them to be tastier, but maybe it's just because I've overcooked these clams just a little. I know I've said it before, but yeah, if you overcook the clam, when you bite into it, you're like, oh, it's a little rubbery. But you know what? I don't regret anything. There's a first for everything, and I'm really happy that I got to cook with you guys in a sense, and you guys got to give me feedback. And for some of you guys who might have felt like the idea of cooking clams could be, really overwhelming, it's not overwhelming. You guys can watch back this video. I know it's an hour, but most of the time it was just me talking, right? The clam cooking part wasn't that long. But yeah. Let's see over here. I know we voted on times and butter amount, so now I have to make, yeah, every viewer. Yeah, it was a really nice thing. How do we boil eggs? Peeling them? You know what? I don't. For me, like, I have no problem with cracking my egg, because the eggs that I do, it's just you crack it and you peel it, and that's it. But I know sometimes when you do certain eggs, yeah, it's like the peel sticks on there, right? I heard when you're hard boiling eggs, or when you're doing those kind of eggs, you're supposed to submerge them in ice cold water, and that encourages it not to stick too much to the egg part of it. Like the meat part of it, the meat part of the egg, the egg meat part of it, the egg white part of it. Yeah, so that encourages it to crack a little easier. But I don't do that with my eggs. I just let them cool down to room temperature, and then I've never had an issue with it. But keep in mind, I'm pressure cooking my eggs for about 2 hours and 25 minutes. So there's a lot of moisture, and there's a lot of steam and everything like that. Maybe it's less glue-like compared to, like, if I was only hard boiling an egg for, let's say, 20 minutes or so, right? Yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. After you make the eggs, I heard you're supposed to submerge them in ice cold water. Like cold water, or like ice, or with water with ice cubes inside of that, and that's supposed to help loosen it up. And then you can take it out of the ice water, but the idea is that's supposed to be easier to crack. That's what I've heard, but I've never done that myself. Yeah. Yeah. So also, like I said, if you guys are a little apprehensive of let's say if you guys are not a big egg fan, I would recommend, oh, let me grab this. We're freaking low on eggs. I would actually recommend, at least once in your life, try a pasture raised egg. These are actually superior to regular eggs, and it's not just like it's not like this whole like hipster thing where people think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be bougie, I'm gonna get the pasture raised and stuff. The egg yolks are actually darker, and it's less watery. So if you use, like the really cheap eggs that you get at the supermarket, like the standard like 99 cents a dozen or $1.25 a dozen eggs, when you crack them, right, they're kind of watery. These eggs don't have them. These eggs have heft to them. Now keep in mind, each egg is about 44 cents each. So yeah, this 18 count was about $8. But even though these eggs are like 44 cents each, I think it's worth it, because I really enjoy using these eggs. So we eat eggs every single day. Lewis eats about 5 eggs a day. I eat 2 eggs, sometimes more. And yeah, we're fine. But like I said, we focus on quality of stuff. We focus on the quality of what we eat, and we don't eat too much processed foods over here. Oreo, did you hear that? Quality Oreo. Go back to your prescription food. He's pouting at me. He's pouting. Yeah. If you boil your own eggs, if you hard boil your own eggs, like please try and after you take them out from the heat, try and submerge them in some ice water. I heard ice water works better than cold water, and see how that is. You know, let it sit there. I think maybe for a couple minutes, but you definitely look online for this because I've never done that myself. And you might find it's easier that way. If you do have the patience, I would recommend doing one of those Korean sauna eggs like I just showed you for 2 hours and 25 minutes. It's not that hard to do. It's super easy. It's just the freaking wait time is a little pain in the ass. So yeah, I took it out of the refrigerator around 10. I put it inside the Instapot at noon, and then I had it going on for 2 hours and 25 minutes, but I was outside. So by the time I came home, it was 4 o'clock. You know, I just turned off the thing because it was on keep warm setting, right? And then I just waited about 15 minutes for it because it was still a little warm. And then I ate one, and that was it. And now I have eggs for the next week or so, or at least the next 5 days. Yeah, it's kind of sauna egg. You know what? I mean, like some seafood, like I don't. Okay, let's put it this way. Like I like crab and I like clams, but for him, he doesn't like seafood too much because it's I don't know. I don't know if he doesn't like the taste of seafood or it's the fact it's like when you eat a clam, it's the whole freaking thing. But when you eat something like the whole thing, right? It has more nutrition in it, in my opinion, than if you just eat, let's say, a little piece of meat. So some people who are like on the carnivore diet, they believe in like head to tail nutrition. So if you eat, let's say beef, right? It's if you're eating beef meat, you should also eat beef liver meat or beef organ meat. The YouTuber that I follow, Asra Kanlu, she's on the carnivore diet. She's changed her diet a lot of times, and I really respect her for being so open and honest about it. She doesn't pigeonhole herself into a diet. So she used to really like raw dairy. Now she doesn't consume dairy anymore. She said that she found that she was more stiff with dairy. Now she used to only eat raw meats. Now she eats cooked meats, and she says she doesn't notice a difference for her personally. And she also eats. She's also like you guys should check out her YouTube. It's Asra, ASRACONLU. She eats like pork brain and animal brains and animal organs and beef livers. Like I don't do that. But I do have like a beef liver supplement that's coming in. So I already take cod liver oil, and I really got to do a stream about that. But yeah, I really got to do a stream like talking about the supplements that I take because some people were curious about it. And in the event that, okay, here, this is what I am going to share, like really off topic but really short. If you guys know anybody who is really painful periods, like really bad menstrual cramps, okay, I know you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, Erica, you're doing a cooking stream and then you're also talking about like menstrual cramps. Highly recommend taking this stuff. Hawaiian spirulina. I took this. I started taking this because I got a recommendation from my friend Andrea, and she told me, she says it makes a difference. Now I taken this religiously, and then my time of the month was like much lighter than before. Like it was less painful than before. And then the following month, right, I got lazy with the supplement, so I stopped taking it, and I ended up with like a really painful time of the month, as usual, like how it was previously. And then this time around, I took this, and yeah, everything. It was a really pretty damn smooth time of the month. So for this one, it comes with 400 tablets. I think it's about $22 on Amazon. And I take 6 tablets a day. So normally, like you guys have seen me in my streams, like I take this just all in one sitting with like other supplements. And my thing is that I put it, like I don't like taking things like in a freaking ugly mug. So I put all my pills or all my supplements in a tea light holder, and then when all my pills or all my supplements are in here, then I just like chug it with a glass of water. And I mean, like it has like a different outlook, right? Like when you see this kind of thing, it looks more beautiful than let's say, oh, I'm just gonna put it inside of a cup and just swing it from there. So it gives me something to kind of like, I don't want to say hype myself up to take it, but it's a little bit more pleasing to take a bunch of supplements. And I notice like for my health, it definitely makes a difference if I take supplements. I used to be really against supplementation, but yeah, I love it. I notice like my hair looks better. My time of the month is much smoother. I don't know if my garlic extract really works, but I haven't gotten bit by any no-see-ums. I haven't seen any no-see-ums either. Knock on wood. Garlic extract is supposed to prevent against mosquitoes too. Let's hope that works. Let's hope that works. So yeah, in case you guys didn't know, no-see-um breeding season is coming this summer, and I am a little scared about it. But I definitely take my garlic for sure. Sushi. Let's see. Yeah. I like, you know what? I like fish a lot. I love seafood so much. I love snow crab so much. I like clams. I seem to like mussels more. I like salmon. I like salmon eggs, ikura. I like geoduck, which is mirugai. I like so much seafood. But yeah, I can't imagine life without seafood. It's like, I feel like whenever I eat seafood, I feel like I have more energy after I eat it. I don't know what it is. It's just like, it's like meat is nice, but seafood, there's something about seafood that I really, truly, truly like. I thoroughly enjoy my meal. I'm not saying like I don't enjoy my meal when I eat like pork or beef, but it's like it's just so nice. I guess maybe because it reminds me of like seafood boils, and I like seafood boils. Or maybe I just really like it because you can't go wrong with like a boatload of butter, butter, herbs, and yeah, I don't have my garlic in here, but oh well. Oh well. But yeah, anyway, I will talk to you guys later. I know this was kind of a long stream or kind of short stream, depending on how you see it. Let me know, if you guys are cooking anything. Oh, by the way, I remember, who was it? I think it was um, R. Anderwell. I might be remembering it wrong, but yeah, they told me to use Old Bay seasoning. So yeah, maybe in one of my future streams, I'll be making it with Old Bay seasoning because I've never made anything with Old Bay seasoning before. I've heard about it. But yeah, I remember one time I was at the community fridge and someone had, it looked like a freaking huge ass, it was like the jar was this big, and it was Old Bay seasoning. And I was like, what the hell? Like, who the hell uses that much Old Bay seasoning? But I'm sure someone took it. I don't need that big of a jar for Old Bay, but yeah, I'm gonna try with Old Bay seasoning. Maybe I'll make mussels, maybe I'll make clams, who knows, probably mussels. I kind of like shrimp, but then I have like this, I kind of think to myself, like, what do I like better? Like, garlic shrimp really can't be beat, but I don't like eating too much shrimp all the time. I rather eat more mussels or clams than shrimp. But anyway, enough about my seafood talk. And yeah, maybe one day I'll show you guys like freaking snow crab. Oh, I miss snow crab so much. But yeah, so today I went to the supermarket and I went to another supermarket that I don't normally go to, and I saw snow crab for $19.99 a pound. But these snow crabs looks pitiful, okay? So a lot of places around us, they sell snow crab for $25.99 a pound, and they look pretty damn good, right? But this snow crab for $19.99 a pound just looked like it was freezer burned. It looked puny. And I was like looking at the price. I was like, they want $32 for this little thing? Oh, geez, I don't I know it's like $6 cheaper a pound, but geez, this looks not so great. I don't know what it is. Like I feel like snow crab in Hawaii was cheaper. As weird as it sounds, like snow crab being cheaper in Hawaii than in New York. Like when I was in Hawaii, I would eat snow crab occasionally. Like mind you, I was buying it from Sam's Club. So yeah, if you guys want to buy snow crab, look at Sam's Club and see the price for snow crab there. But yeah, in New York, it's like a freaking arm and a leg, and I just think to myself like, I don't want to spend $50 on 2 pounds of snow crab. And yeah, I might as well go to a buffet or something. But then I found out even if you go buffet, right, like all you can eat place, like seafood place for snow crab, like they give you like the world's tiniest snow crab. It's like I looked at the pictures. I was like, what the beep is this? This is so puny. These snow crabs. So Sam's Club snow crab. I think it was like $12 a pound. I might be remembering it wrong. Maybe like $9 or $12 a pound. But yeah, it definitely is superior to a lot of these like 25.99 a pound snow crabs that I see around. So if you guys are near a Sam's Club or if you have access to a Sam's Club, I highly recommend checking out your snow crab. And if you guys do eat it, like consider yourself lucky because I'm in land of 25.99 a pound snow crab. Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, like, ooh. You know, I've never had hamburger helper in such a long time. Oh my goodness. Buffet. 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 Okay, buffet. I always got buffet. Buffet or buffet? I don't know. It's like caramel or caramel, right? It's like everybody has their own thing. Buffet. Okay, buffet, buffet. Spirit's gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're saying buffet. Buffet. Okay. I just remember like there buff people in a buffet. Buffet. Okay. 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 Buffet. Okay. 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 But yeah. Anyway, if you go to a buffet, buffet. If you go to a buffet here in New York, at least from what I see on the Yelp pictures, oh, it's like the freaking puny ass snow crab. And snow crab is not hard to make. You just need a big pot of water, and then you basically boil the water. It's already cooked, right? So you just boil the water, throw the crab in there for 5 minutes, take it out, put it in your strainer, and that's it. So you just use the water to reheat the damn thing for 5 minutes, and you're good. But yeah, I had some gloriously big size snow crab legs when I was in Hawaii from Sam's Club. And here in New York, we get way more overpriced snow crab or they're puny snow crab. I think I showed you guys in a community post. There was this one snow crab and they said large snow crab leg, and I freaking not kid you not, like some of the snow crab legs were as thick as my finger. I was like, what the beep is it? It was like the worst snow crab I've ever had in my life. Like it was not worth the $2.99 a pound because it was just miserable to eat and it was so dry and there was like nothing inside of the shell basically. Yeah, I don't know who the hell bought that large snow crab. It was not large. It was like the world's skinniest, tiniest snow crabs. Yeah, buff. Buff. Yeah, like yeah, I love crab. I love crab so much. I tell you guys actually the first time I had snow crab was at a um, buffet in Hawaii with my friend. So my friend had a work Christmas party, and they invited me as their guest. So I went with them, and I tried the snow crab, and I kid you not, it was love at first bite. It was so good. I had like a plate of snow crab, and even when they were like turned down the lights and they did the PowerPoint, so they turned down the lights, right? At the in the room, so they could focus on this cheesy ass PowerPoint. And while they were doing the PowerPoint, I was still cracking my my crab claw legs in my cloth napkin. I was like, this is so good. And my friend was like telling me things like, oh my goodness, Erica, I can hear you cracking those claw legs. And I was like, what? It's really good. So yeah, I had no class. I have no class when it comes to that kind of stuff. I was like, yeah, I know I shouldn't eat crab legs or crack my crab legs while they're doing this big, sappy looking, corny PowerPoint, which is, pictures of employees smiling. And this wasn't a small party, okay? There was at least like 150 people there, okay? But yeah, I was like, okay, I don't care if we're like near the front, I'm still gonna eat my crab legs. So I ate so much crab legs that day, and that started my love affair with crab. And between king crab and snow crab, I like snow crab more. And which is not a bad thing because king crab is a lot more expensive than snow crab. I just prefer the salty taste of snow crab. So yeah, that was my first That was my love at first bite thing with crab, and ever since then I've been on like so pro snow crab. It's not even funny. Like, get me some Kerrygold, melt some Kerrygold. That Kerrygold is the only butter you guys should get. It, like, seriously. Oh, if you guys can buy like unsalted Kerrygold, but I always buy the gold, the gold label one, which is a salted. So silver is unsalted, gold is salted. I always buy gold Kerrygold. Always. It is like the gold standard for butter, in my opinion. And that is me trying like Finlandia. I've tried Plugra. I freaking hate Plugra. You know, that European butter that comes in like this fancy schmancy label? I freaking hate that stuff. It's like so white and light. I'm like, who likes this stuff? So yeah, I don't like Plugra. I don't like Finlandia. I've tried like Vital Farms. I didn't care for their butter as much as, I mean, like, yeah, I like Kerrygold more than Vital Farms, and I've tried other brands of butter, and I was not happy with it as much as like Kerrygold. So Kerrygold, they sell that at, I don't think they sell that at Sam's Club, but I know they sell that at Costco. So yeah, buy Kerrygold at Costco, or buy it on Amazon Fresh, or buy it at Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has it pretty cheap too. So Trader Joe's carries Kerrygold. And yeah, so snow crab with dipped in Kerrygold butter. Oh, it is so good. It's so good. It's really good. What? You've never tried crab? Oh my goodness. You know what? You got to try snow crab once in your life with like good butter, and it's just like it's amazing. It is amazing. Like, I really feel like as funny as it sounds, like one of the greatest joys of my life is eating. And it doesn't look like it, right? Because I'm pretty skinny, but I love trying new foods. I love like whole foods, like in whole foods in terms of like, clams or mussels or crab or, pork, and I'm like animal. Like, I have more like, let's say, joy eating an animal, like an I have more joy eating like meat or seafood than I do eating vegetables. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I've tried potatoes, I've tried carrots, I've tried celery, I've tried eggplants, I've tried beans, I've tried all sorts of beans, I've tried green beans, I've tried onions. It's like, yeah, those are good, but they taste even better when they're with some meat or some seafood. But like for seafood, you guys see, like, I just like doing butter and wine a lot. Butter, wine. I didn't add any garlic. I really should have added garlic in there, but yeah. I think vegetables taste really wonderful next to some sort of like meat protein. And if anybody's a vegetarian or a vegan, that is just my stance. I feel like I enjoy life a bit more when I have really good food. Like, if I had like pork belly with mussels, with like some sort of like prime rib, or some kind of like really good beef brisket, and then snow crab. Oh my goodness, I would be a pretty freaking happy camper for a while. Yeah, for sure. It wouldn't be any of this whole thing like, oh, I just want a bean dish. I'm like, I don't want a freaking bean dish. I'm gonna get so bloated, and I'm gonna get tired because of all the carbohydrates. And yeah, there's just something so satisfying to me about eating meat or eating seafood. It's like it's incomparable. And oh my goodness, I just realized something. Oh my goodness. You wanna see something funny? Okay. So look at this. You see on my spices over here? So you can see what I use a lot, right? This one I haven't touched in a while, actually. But yeah, this one kind of sucks. But yeah, you can see I use the garlic herbs and my jalapeno, and I use quite a bit of cayenne and chili and paprika. And look at my tahini. And this one is actually my second bottle. Oh, actually, look, I'm almost done with this. So this is like salt-free. And then I have cinnamon. I use that. You guys know I use that with my strawberries. I use that also with yogurt. Crushed pepper, parsley flakes. Parsley flakes. Okay, not gonna lie, parsley flakes. Parsley flakes. I'm gonna show you a little hack with parsley flakes in a bit. Okay, so Italian seasoning, burger spice, chicken salt, This thing. Look what seasoning I didn't use. Oh, this freaking vegan chickenless seasoning sauce. Yeah, I tried to get into it. I didn't like it very much. And I remember, when Lewis was vegetarian, people were like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good. This is such a great seasoning." And then I tried. I was like, "I'll pass. I will pass on this." Maybe I should give it away or something. Yeah, it's like I didn't have the joy in eating that. I guess some people reminded them of, I don't know. It's like this, some of these seasonings. This one, yeah, I dropped it too. It took a tumble. Yeah, yeah. Where is the seasoning you posted a photo of? What seasoning? What seasoning? Oh, that one. Oh, I know what you're talking about. No, I didn't buy that case. So I went to, if you guys look at my community post, you'll see that I went to the grocery store today and I was in the seasoning section and I saw another name for a rooster seasoning and it said, rooster flavored. And I was like, what the I was like, how rude. I was like, see, this is when you might have a person who didn't really think about like the English translation. They're like, oh, we're not gonna say chicken, we're gonna use the other word. You know what I'm talking about? And I just had to share it with you guys. I wanted to make a video, but I was only at 6% battery, so I absolutely could not do that. But yeah, okay. So anyway, going back to what I was saying over here. Let's go over here. Oh my gosh, get there, get there. Okay, here we go. You can see my freaking yellow, freaking greasy pot over here. Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of these grease stains. Like, I have no idea. It's like it's like protected from, like when you have spatter and stuff like that. I don't know how to get rid of that. But anyway, so parsley flakes, okay? If you guys want to impress yourself, I know this looks so buttery right now. All you got to do, get some parsley flakes and sprinkle it on top. You guys can't see it maybe. But yeah, if you sprinkle parsley flakes on top of anything like potatoes or mashed potatoes or it like makes anything look like it's significantly more expensive. I don't know if you guys can see the difference. Maybe you guys can, maybe you guys can't. Yeah, let me move one. Come on. I'm gonna have to lift it. Like, no, it's not staying here. Okay, there we go. Okay, watch this. See that one? I already have some on there. But yeah, it looks a little bit more expensive having parsley flakes. So if you guys, let's say, are cooking for yourself and you're like, oh my goodness, I made some really cheap butter noodles or something, or I made some garlic bread, add your parsley flakes on there. It's gonna look like it's more expensive. Not gonna lie, it works. It works. Sometimes I made dishes and I was like, yeah, it doesn't look that good. And then I put some parsley. Oh, it looks great. Yeah. It makes it look garnished. Yes, yes, it makes it look garnished. And I bought my parsley flakes from Family Dollar. So I think it was, no, it was from Dollar Tree. No, it was from Family Dollar. Yeah, it was from Family Dollar. So this one, you get quite a bit of this. And yeah. This will definitely save any of your dishes. If you guys make, let's say, mashed potatoes with gravy, put a little of these parsley flakes on top. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, it looks like I spent a lot of money on it. So I like to psych myself up about that kind of stuff. And you guys know, of course, like I do like small little things. Like I try to have white plates around the house, and this is not a good example of it right now because it's all eaten. But yeah, having a plate like that just makes everything look a little bit nicer rather than like a crazy pattern plate. So if you guys are not happy with how your food looks like, get a white plate. Or get a more expensive looking white plate. I did a stream about that too. I think I said something like Erica's favorite plate. I've talked about my plates like several times because I love those plates so much, but seriously, it's a really good investment piece. My favorite spice is paprika. Oh yeah, mine's too. I really like paprika as well. So I've gone through quite a bit of paprika, as you guys can see. So I use paprika. I use a trifecta, which is like paprika, chili powder, and cayenne pepper. So I have them all next to each other. See, it's all right here. They're like neighbors. And then I have my tahini that I usually eat with my watermelon. I have watermelon today. So, yeah, I love it a lot. Yeah, but then I have to buy my freshly chopped chives. If it's just for garnish, you know what? I mean, like, I taste it and I make sure it tastes pretty good, but then, you know, it always adds like a little psychological kick if you add a little bit of that parsley flake on top of it. Clinton. I know Clinton. I know Clinton. Okay, so anyway, I gotta clean up and things like that, and I need to eat more than just like 2 clams. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my little stream about my clams, and they look extremely buttery because they are extremely buttery. And yeah. I wish like Lewis would eat this with me, but he's not a big seafood person, and I know he would not probably like this. I mean, like this is pretty good, but it's not. It's a little overcooked, but that's okay. I'd rather have it overcooked and share this moment with you guys. And if you guys screw up on your clams, right? If you guys overcook it a little, you're not alone. Okay, you're not alone. So yeah. Psychological kick, another term for God. Yeah, it's like you look at it and you're like, ooh, it looks nice and it looks fancier. Even like when you go to a restaurant, right? Like usually when you go to like a cheaper place, like they don't put parsley flakes on top of that stuff. It's usually like the finer dining places. Then they put the little parsley flakes, or they put like the fancy little swirled sauces. You know what I'm talking about? Like the squeeze bottle sauces, and the bit like the little lines on there, or the little dot 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 dot. You know what I'm talking about? Like dot 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 dot. Yeah, the fancy stuff. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I hope you got maybe a laugh of this. And if you guys are not feeling confident about your cooking, it's okay. It's a learning experience, right? Learning experience. See ya.